Hello, this is Dr. Karen Levy of KB Holistic, and I wanted to talk to you about ozone therapy. If you don't know what ozone is, it is actually made from medical grade oxygen with a special device. We take medical grade oxygen, which is actually two oxygen atoms hooked together, and a third is added. And this makes a very powerful oxidant that is then given to the body IV. Now, it has many different effects of the body, and it helps the body in so many ways that the body can actually help itself. And this is a central paradigm at KB Holistic. We use a number of therapies that help the body heal itself. And the body will, if it's given the proper nutrition and inclination, the body will endeavor to heal itself. Many of us have chronic illnesses, and more or less our cells have too much to do. We don't have the energy to get these things done on a cellular level, and the work and the byproducts of normal metabolism start backing up and getting in the way, and so the body wants to stay alive at all costs, and so the cells will function at a lower level at the expense of getting the real work done that needs to be gotten done. And in a sense, the cells put important things on the back burner. And so ozone basically comes in at so many places, in so many ways. The ozone will help the body help itself. And I'm just gonna rattle off a few. Ozone is a wonderful stimulator of the immune system. It works on these little power plants inside of all the cells called the mitochondria. And the mitochondria are the little energy-producing substructures of the cells. It actually gets those functioning at a more normal level. This is very important because you want your cells to generate energy. The energy, the cellular energy of the cell you may have heard of is called ATP. ATP is the currency of the cell. The more of it you have, the more the cell's going to be able to get to work, even work that it's put on the back burner for years. Ozone actually stimulates antioxidant systems into action in the body, which is very important because in the normal process of the cell doing business, it gives off exhaust. These things can hurt the cell, so the cell needs to have antioxidant systems turned on to function properly. Ozone improves the fluidity of the blood. Ozone actually helps the red blood cells be flexible and fit down the most narrowest blood vessels that are called capillaries. And this is also where the red blood cells have to release oxygen locally to the tissues. Well, it turns out ozone actually stimulates an enzyme to help the red blood cell do that better. Ozone is directly toxic to microorganisms. Now, this is very, very important because it is toxic in such a way that the organisms cannot develop any kind of resistance. Some microorganisms actually go into cells and hide. Some people have heard of things called Lyme's disease. And these microorganisms act like one thing when they're in the blood, but when they go into the cells, they actually change a bit, and antibiotics may not work so well in them. Well, ozone gets into the blood. It actually gets into all of the cells through the cell membranes, and these microorganisms simply cannot hide. Ozone actually is what we call an immune system modulator. So people who have an under-functioning immune system, the ozone will actually bring it up to speed, and if the immune system is hyper-functioning, as we have sometimes in autoimmune disease, it will actually modulate it to act at a more calm, more normal level. So ozone actually does a number of things that so brilliantly help our cells help themselves and help you achieve wellness. It actually works with other modalities that we employ at KB Holistic. Now, when it comes to IV ozone therapy, we employ a technique that I think is just wonderful and so much better than the traditional techniques that we employ. Now, traditionally, when you do IV ozone therapy, some people may be calling it major autohemotherapy or MAH. And we do a form of that. And traditionally, MAH involves taking maybe 50 to 250 cc's of blood and draining it into a bag or a bottle, and then mixing it with the ozone, and then infusing that back into the body over, say, 40 minutes or so, maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit less. At KB Holistic, we have a device where we actually take out 200 cc's of blood, and it's removed rather quickly, and it's put into a sterile bottle, and then it's mixed with the ozone under hyperbaric conditions. And this is very, very important because it creates millions and billions of little bubbles in the surface area, mix it with the blood, and then we very quickly infuse that back into the patient, very quickly, over in just a few minutes. Then we repeat that process 8 to 10 times. And so with most of our patients, we actually will, instead of only mixing ozone with 200 cc's, which is great, we actually improve on that by mixing it with 10 times that amount. People often feel improvements in their problems immediately in the chair. But with time, ozone really stays in the body, goes to work, and incites a number of things that I discussed earlier. So it is a wonderful treatment for cardiovascular disease, autoimmune disease, people who are struggling with diabetes and hypertension, people who are just run down but are not sure why. This is, in my opinion, as good as some of the IV nutritional therapies that are employed. Ozone is just a wonderful, wonderful technique. If you'd like to learn more about it, please look under more on our therapies under our website, www.kbholistic.com. If you'd like to set up a consultation and speak further how this treatment and others we employ at KB Holistic can help you, please call us at 305-505-0455. Thank you for your attention. Bye-bye.